This tutorial will show you how to put clear, well-designed course objectives in your online class. We will be reviewing the pedagogical and the technical aspects of this topic. You probably already have student learning objectives, SLOs, for your online class. No doubt you, and maybe your whole department or discipline, spent a lot of time developing these objectives. SLOs provide a great place to get started when writing objectives for your class. However, you may have found out that just copying your SLOs into your course for students to read is of limited value. For one thing, SLOs tend to be quite general as opposed to course learning objectives, which can be designed to be much more specific to each section of the course content. Also, SLOs are often written in teacher speak, which might not be the best way to present the content to students. So assuming that you are going to start with the course SLOs, what should you ask yourself as you begin to create your learning objectives for your course? Here are some basic tips for writing learning objectives. What do you want your students to know? What do you want them to focus on? What should your students be able to do once they have completed your course or each section of your course? 3 or 4 objectives is a good number. Don't have more than 7. Start each objective with a verb, a good verb. If you're stuck, find a big list of action verbs online and see if any apply to your learning situation. One of the best places to look is Bloom's Taxonomy. Go through the higher levels and read the related verbs. Iowa State University has a fun interactive page to help with Bloom's. The first place you want to put learning objectives is your syllabus. In Canvas, you can access your syllabus using the link in the left-hand navigation. The syllabus in Canvas is in 2 parts. The top part allows you to edit and add content. The second part of the syllabus is automatically populated whenever you add activities to your course. To edit the top section of the syllabus, simply click on the Edit Syllabus Description button. You will then have access to the editable text space, which is also known as the Rich Content Editor. Demo. You may already have added information in this section of the syllabus, such as your name and contact info, your office hours, etc. Use a heading designation to begin your course objectives. Your heading for your objectives can be very simple. For example, when you complete this class, you will be able to, or some variation of this. Now start your list. Using bullets is a good way to do this, as bullets draw the eye and make the text easy to read. So remember, in this section, you want to list the overall learning goals for the course. So make these objectives general, but be sure that you stick to your original goals that are stated in your SOLs. Here are some examples of SOLs. From biology, describe the basics of cellular life, genetics, evolution, ecology, and biophilia, as well as the diversity of biological life. From English, write effective, well-edited, well-organized research papers of 3,000 to 5,000 words, which apply appropriate and clear organization strategies. So let's make the biology example. For my overall course goals, I might just break down the different nouns in my SOL and add action verbs. So, for example, for genetics, a learning objective could be, by the end of this class, you will be able to describe and define genetics and discuss how genetics apply to human heredity. This might even be 2 objectives. But in any case, this is just an example. Again, remember we will be using a bulleted list to add items. You will want to add a few more, but remember, try to keep the number around 3 to 5. Too many objectives can be overwhelming. And also remember that when you add these to your syllabus, you are going for the big picture. We will get down to more detailed objectives in the course sections. Let's add one more. This is bullet 2. Describe and illustrate cell biology. Once again, this is an overall objective, so it really covers a lot of material, and you will get much more focused in your module objectives. Once you have completed your course objectives, remember to save your work, adding objectives to your home pages, content pages, and learning modules. On the home page for your class, you may want to repeat your course objectives as a part of the content on that page. Having the course objectives in more than one place is a good idea and increases the chances of students finding and reading the objectives. Just click on the Edit button to edit your homepage. If you don't know how to add a homepage to your course, please check out the @ONE video on that topic. So anywhere on your homepage where you like, you can simply copy and paste the course learning objectives that you created and add to the syllabus. Depending on how you have your course set up, you are also going to want to add what I am going to call sub-learning objectives in each area of your online course content. If you have your course set up in modules, you can add a content page at the beginning of each module with the sub-objectives for that module. To add a content page, simply click on the plus sign at the top of the modules, right of the module. Or you can also add the pages link in the navigation menu. First, type a name for your page. Now add content to your page using the Rich Content Editor or switch to the HTML editor. So going back to our biology example, let's say you have a module that is focused on how genetics apply to human heredity. You can start out with something like, this week we'll be focusing on the topic of the week. And by the end of this week, you will know how to, and then list your sub-objectives. For example, explain Mendel's principles of inheritance and apply these to problems of inheritance. Use and interpret probabilities and statistics in the gathering, predicting, and analysis of genetic data. Describe various types of genetic crosses and indicate when and why they would be used by a geneticist. So in other words, very specific objectives that will be the focus of that week. In fact, as a best practice, you may want to create a content page at the beginning of each module that consistently states the objectives for that module to create a pattern that students can rely on. Demo. Another best practice that you may want to employ is to restate these weekly objectives on an ending content page for the week or for the module. This will also help to wrap up and remind students what they learned that week and also provide consistency to your course structure.